Lakshman told Guharaj, Mohan Nisha sab sovanihara. All the souls in this world are asleep. What is this? It's not a physical sleep. It is the sleep of ignorance. Dekhahi sapana anek prakara. And in that sleep they are dreaming away. I am councilman. I am senator. I am governor. When you wake up from that, it's all dispelled. So who is awake? Lakshman says to Guharaj, Janiye tab hi jiva jag jaga jab sab vishaya vilas viraga. Know the soul to be awake when it is detached from the objects of the senses. Because why are we attached to the objects of the senses? Our ignorance. We are thinking I am the body. We are in this delusion. They will give so much of happiness. One bee was sitting on the lotus flower. The bee is physiologically hardwired to be attracted to aroma. So it was sitting on the flower and sucking the sweet nectar, intoxicated by the aroma. But then slowly the sun started setting. And that because of the setting of the sun, the lotus started closing. The bee realized this lotus is closing. But let me suck a little more nectar. We people do the same thing. Death is coming. Well, let me gather a little more of worldly things. So the bee was also doing the same thing. And the lotus closed further. That's all right. Let me suck a little more nectar. Until the lotus was finally closed. Now the bee is inside the flower. But it's really not a big crisis. Because the bee is a unique creature. If it's troubling you and you lock it, you seal it in a wooden box, the bee. Now I am free of this bee that was troubling. In the morning you open the box, it's empty. Where did it go? You see the hole there? Escaped. Who made the hole? The bee made it. You see, even when it makes the beehive, it goes around, it scrapes the wood, it adds the wood, it takes some, it adds varieties of things, at least the wasps. You check them, they add wood into their beehive and other things. So it has the ability to scrape. But kashta bhedo nipuno pishangrihi kuntito bhavati padma vibhede. That bee which can cut wood, it is stuck in the lotus, which is so soft. Thinking, never mind, let me be a guest through the night. In the morning, when it opens, I'll fly away. But in the meantime, an elephant had other ideas. It arrived there and broke the lotus from the stem and put it in. The bee said, "What is this? We are having a stock transfer or something. This flower is going somewhere. I am also getting a new location." It died. So this was attachment to one of the senses. The deer is attached to music, sweet sounds. The hunter creates sweet sounds, attracts the deer and kills it. The fish is motivated by its tongue. It gets caught in the early morning fishing rod and becomes breakfast for the fisherman. So these creatures are being killed because of one of the senses. And we human beings have been given 5 senses. So along with that is the need to keep them under check. Now we say, अरे वो cheese cake तो लाए नहीं आज. So this is the indulgence. He says that you are engaging in all these things and time is passing by and these objects of the senses themselves are slapping you because you can never get happiness from them. Wherever you get attached, if you get attached to sugar, diabetes, you get attached to this, something else, you get attached to that, something else. So he is just warning you that this is your present state. You are stuck. Now he says, look, if you don't listen to me and miss the chance, then what will happen? Back to the 8.4 million species. That is why the Kathopanishad says, Ihache dashakat bodhum prak sarirasya visrasaha tata sargeshu lokeshu sharirattvaya kalpate. The Kathopanishad is saying, oh human beings, in this form quickly go towards your goal. Otherwise there will be a big disaster. What is that disaster? Sargeshu lokeshu. For many lifetimes you will keep on rotating. And the Kena Upanishad says the same thing. Iyache davedi tatha satyamasti na chediya vedin mahati vinashtihi. O humans, in this Dev Durlabh form, you need to understand your responsibility to quickly go towards your goal. Otherwise, you will be committing Atmahatya. Atmahatya is a word, a synonym for a suicide in Hindi and Sanskrit as well. So when somebody commits suicide in Hindi, they say Atmahatya. But that's an incorrect word. Because the person doing suicide is only destroying the body. Atmahatya is the degradation of the soul. They say if you don't use this properly, you will be degrading your soul. Listen to me. You could go in any of the species. So you were living in apex earlier? Yes, Swamiji. Where are you going now? I am going to become the Dhovi ka Gadha. Hare, from the human form you are going there. That's right. I did not listen to this. I did not read it. So nobody can guarantee you a human form next time. It is like, in the bank, there is the cashier who sits outside. And there's the manager who sits inside. The manager has a wonderful, specially decorated, deluxe air-conditioned cabin. And the cashier, he's the teller outside dealing with the stuff. And the manager also has perks. The bank has given him a Tesla as a perk and also a house and other things. But along with all that comes the added responsibility. Now if the bank manager says, look, I'm burdened with all these things, and that teller outside is just doing simple math, I will also do simple math. Why should I do all this? The bank will say, then give us back all those perks and you also go and stand at the counter. Likewise, God says, I gave you all of this. Now you say, I will just perform Ahar, Nidra, Bhai, Maithun. It will not be enough. This the creatures also do. Yesham na vidya न tapo, न दानम, ज्ञानम, न शीलम, न गुणो, न धर्मः ते मृत्युलोके भुवि भारभूता मनुष्य रूपेण मृगाश्चरन्ति. The Sukti Sudhakar says, one who has not engaged in these higher activities is Manushya Rupena, is actually an animal with two legs. So, we must realize our responsibility, we must realize the consequences, and then understand. With Yudhishthir, there is another story that is associated. You know, when they were incognito, 12 years exile and then incognito. So at that time, the 5 Pandavas were thirsty, and so was Draupadi. Yudhishthir sighted a well and he asked Bhimsen, go and get water from the well. And the well was a yaksh, that is semi-celestial being, very powerful beings. Far more powerful than 1,000 humans. Like Kuber is a yaksh. So the yaksh was there. And Bhimsen threw the bucket in to draw the water. The yaksh said, hey Mote, I have got 60 questions. Answer them, I'll give you water. Otherwise I'll pull you in. Bhimsen said, nobody speaks to me like that. He threw the bucket in and the yaksh drew him. Yudhishthir said, Bhimsen has not come. Arjun, go and see. Now Arjun arrived. The yaksh said, I have pulled your brother in. You answer my 60 questions, all right, 100 on 100. Otherwise I'll pull you also in. Arjun also got pulled. All 4 of them got pulled one by one. Now Yudhishthir went. Said, look, 4 of your brothers are in. You have a chance to retrieve them all. Others join the gang. So he said, Yudhishthir said, all right. So these prasangs are created in the leelas of God and the saints. But they provide opportunity for wisdom. Now that whole thing was a leela because Yudhishthir got a chance to share wisdom with the yaksh and we got a chance to read it in the Mahabharata. So the yaksh said, Kim Ascharyam? What is surprising in this world? What is the most surprising thing? What is the most surprising thing? So he said, Ahanya hani bhutani gachanti hayamalayam. Yamalaya is Narak, the abode of Yam. Every moment people are dying and going to Yamalaya. Shesha sthiratvam icchanti kimascharyamatah param. But the people who are remaining never think that I will also go one day. We see the other guy gone. Okay, my classmate has gone. Right? I'm sure you're members of your alumni WhatsApp groups. Once in a while the news comes, somebody is gone. Somebody is gone. I will not go. So he said, this is the most astonishing thing. The child passes away. The father thinks, I'm only 50, I will not pass away. Sheshasthirattvamichanti kimascharyamatah param. If God had made death such that you disappear sa sharir, like Mirabai disappeared sa sharir, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared with the body itself, then you would wonder, where did he go? Is he still around? Who knows? But the death is happening in front of you. There is no question of any doubt. So shed this illusion and move ahead. Finally, he concludes that look, the Rasik saints are telling you, listen to them. We people keep on postponing spirituality. Slowly, scientists are realizing spirituality is an intrinsic need. Everybody has a need to connect with something that is sacred. They may be connecting with each other. It never satisfies the heart. You have so many relationships, so many friends. The heart never says, I'm satisfied. The heart is looking for that one relationship with the sacred, with a source that is beyond humane defects. That is a need of our soul. And our soul also has a need to find. We may keep on doing the mundane things, electricity bill, water bill, etc., etc. But the soul says, not enough. I need to find a higher purpose. That is what I want to fulfill me. So some people wake up to the spiritual need in their early adulthood. Now we have here, college students, postgraduates, PhDs. They are fortunate ones to wake up in their early adulthood. Many people, they keep sleeping until they become empty nesters. Then they ask, what is the purpose of life? Now when I meet my classmates, they say, what is the purpose of life? The same guys. When I was in IIM, in front of them, I turned spiritual. And I don't blame them. To the young intellects, I had gone crazy. Because I was no longer going with them, doing the things that they were doing. They thought he's gone crazy. And to tease them further, I was a bold guy. I would take a mala in my hand and walk around the campus. They said it's full mad, not half mad. But then, I was so amazed. The same guys who were deeply unspiritual, they were the ones who were asking me, what is the purpose of life, you tell me? So this is the spiritual need of the soul. Now you wake up to it when you are 60, it is better than not waking up at all. Jab jaage wahi sarf savera. One person, he just retired as a demonstrator in a physics college, and through my satsang he came to Maharaj Ji and became an ashramvasi. So he asked Maharaj Ji, "Aap itni der se kyun mile? Why did I find you so late?" Maharaj Ji said, "Arey bhai, der aaye durust aaye. If you had come in your youth, you would have been intoxicated. Now at least you are humble. So whenever you come, you come." But that need is undeniably there in the soul. And why is it there? Because we are not material beings having a spiritual aspiration. We are all spiritual beings in a material experience. So the spiritual yearning remains. Now spirituality, you can practice it as Ashtanga Yoga, you can practice it so many things. But the deepest and simplest for this Kali Yuga is to connect deeply with God. Take your mind and attach it to the Yugal, to the lotus feet of Radha Krishna. That is what he is concluding with it. Listen to the message of the saints and progress in your sadhana. Shri Radha Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj ki Jai.